How's it going, everybody? My name is Luis Chen. I'm from a small town in the state of California called Apple Valley. My life-changing experience is somewhat different than your average person's because mine's combat related. During my time in the Army, I had deployed 2 times. On the second deployment specifically, I deployed to a province called Kandahar in Afghanistan, which everybody who knows anything about Afghanistan knows that Kandahar is a place you don't want to go because it's a province in the country of Afghanistan that's very hot with insurgency. So it's basically just in everywhere you look is basically Taliban and other Islamic extremists and so on and so forth. Well, this specific day that I'm speaking about on my life-changing experience actually took place while I wasn't even out on a mission. I was on the base getting ready for bed, and during this time I had made the decision to go take a shower. So I went to go take a shower, and next thing you know, a mortar round came through the bathroom roof behind me about 15 feet and blew up. Luckily for me, I didn't get no shrapnel or anything like that, but the concussion of the blast was enough to knock me not just over but through a wall completely. And when some of my fellow platoon mates or fellow soldiers found me on the floor, they found me having a seizure because of the sheer amount of force it took from my head to hit the wall and through the wall actually. Well, because of what they described, they immediately rushed me to the hospital in Kandahar, in which I stayed about a day and a half, almost 2 days, and they made the determination that I was not going to stay in country. So from there, they flew me out to Landstuhl, Germany, which is where they take all the wounded warriors right after experiencing some injury in country. I stayed about a month there. They did a bunch of tests. It's a hospital base, basically what it is. They did a lot of tests and everything like that, and they determined that I was epileptic, that my brain was no longer functioning normally. I had what they called left temporal slowing due to impact, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not a neurosurgeon or anything like that, but I didn't have that before, and then because of the blast after that, I now had epilepsy. So I think you can safely assume that it's because of the concussion that I received, or the TBI that I received because of the blast and because of my head going through the wall. When the doctors told me what happened, or what had happened, or how my brain is now functioning, that I had a seizure, that I am now epileptic, I was just devastated. I didn't know what to do. My life was just, going down the drain, and they told me immediately that I was no longer going to go back to country with my fellow platoon mates or anything like that, but rather I was going back to the States. Now this would be a good thing for most people, but for me it just left me more devastated because I wanted to be with them. I deployed with them, I was in combat with them, I wanted to finish out the deployment. You know what I mean? So when they told me I was going back to the States, Hawaii specifically, that's the place I was stationed at, I was pretty devastated. When I got to Hawaii, I continued seeing medical personnel and neurologists, and they ended up telling me that my service was no longer required due to my disability. So you can safely assume that my life just basically went even more down the drain. I was devastated and I didn't know what to do, but I guess you can say that it made me a better person, because sometimes when you're faced with adversity, that's when your real colors come out. That's when you really find out who you are as a person. And if there's anything I've learned about being in combat, or the situation that led to me being epileptic, is that life is just too precious. It's the gift of God. God gave me this gift of life to not just share for myself, but to share to the world. So I, in a sense, learned to be more loving to everyone. And now, I like talking to people. I love communicating. I love being a part of people's lives. I like to impact people's lives, and if anything I can do to make it better, then I will. And that's something that I learned about what happened that day in Afghanistan when I got blown up and led to my disability, is that life is just too precious and you need to take care of it, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. So you got to make today count. So with that being said, that's my life-changing experience. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys can relate a little bit to it. If you guys have want to leave a comment, I would love to hear what you guys think about my video. And with that being said, God bless you guys and have a blessed day.